I remember when I first arrived in Tallahassee, the air was like super thick coming out of the airplane. It was like super humid and just muggy. And to be honest, that was the first time that I really felt like, what am I doing and where am I? Even though I was still stateside, obviously, it just kind of hit me, you know, and I just felt like in such a different world. And so, I don't know, far from what was familiar to me. And so I remember we were having our little, you know, gathering of all the new missionaries with our mission president, and he was just kind of going over a few things. And I just felt, again, for the first time, like a lot of just fear. I really did. And so I just started praying. I said, Heavenly Father, please, I just need to feel that you're aware of me, that this is where I'm supposed to be, that I'm doing the right thing. And then that's when my mission president told me my area. And he told me I was going to Destin, Florida, it was known as like the gem of the mission. It was beautiful, right on the beach. And for whatever reason, just that simple statement, you know, and that location that he assigned to me, it brought me so much peace. It just made me feel like this is going to be okay. I can do this. So my first area was Destin, Florida, which is absolutely exquisite. It was white sandy beaches. The water was like 5 different shades of blue. But obviously as a missionary, that's not your focus, and that's not what, you know, doesn't really affect you. So in terms of missionary work, it was fairly difficult because it was a very affluent area. So a lot of gated communities and people that didn't feel like they had any need, you know, for anything more in their life. But I learned a lot there that truly there are people prepared everywhere. And we still saw success there because of the Lord and the people that He had prepared. So it was a wonderful experience and very, very beautiful and uplifting in that sense as well. Awesome. The second area that I served in was Gulf Breeze, Florida, and I was there for about six months. I have to say this might have been one of my favorite areas simply because of the people that I personally met there. I loved it. It was on the beach. It was beautiful, but more community, family centered. But what amazed me about Gulf Breeze was that the ward I was in, it was small, but the members that were there were so strong. They were so strong, even though they really they were a minority for sure. But I was so inspired by the members there, and the bishop there, he was on fire about missionary work. He just had this vision, and so as a missionary, it was such a joy to work with him. And I grew so much as a missionary thanks to the ward members and the bishop. So I think that's why it has, I mean, of course, all of my areas have a very special place in my heart, but I think that's kind of why Gulf Breeze holds a special place in my heart.